Good morning. This is Anu Sharma from the Nasdaq Market Intelligence Desk with your pre-opening picture for today, Wednesday, March 3rd. With just under 45 minutes to go until the opening bell, looks like the futures are pointing towards a slightly higher opening. They've been choppy this morning on some positive and negative news, so the markets are a little bit uncertain out there. On the negative news, we have the ADP employment data that came out. One indicator that came out was there was 20,000 jobs slashed from private payrolls. On top of that, the January numbers were also revised higher to 60,000 jobs lost from 22,000. This is weighing in on the market because employment is a big concern for investors. And we have the unemployment data that's coming out this Friday. And this is just causing a little bit of anxiety leading up to that number that it may be worse than expected, and the market does not want to see employment numbers going back over 10%. So this is weighing in on the market a little bit. However, we did get a little bit of positive news, and this is coming out of Greece. As we know, there were some concerns out of their deficit problems. And they recently unveiled a $6.5 billion deficit reduction plan. Now, part of this plan is going to slash public sector pay wages. So that's one of the indicators that is coming out of this plan. Although all of the factors are not out yet, there is an indication that they're going to be cutting a number of payroll wages out there. Now, the big question here is, will Greece follow through? Obviously, saying one thing and doing is another. So investors are taking this with a little bit of a grain of salt. So they're not moving dramatically on this news. But nonetheless, the euro is starting to trade a little bit higher. That's causing the dollar to trade a little bit lower. And we know when the dollar trades lower, the equities get a little bump up. So we're seeing a little bit of a positive move towards equities off of that chain reaction. We're also seeing a couple of economic numbers that are coming out this afternoon to keep an eye out for. We had the ISM services number out there, not quite as a major number as the ISM index, but nonetheless it should indicate that there's a little bit of bump up in some of the economic growth. However, we look at the Fed Beige Book that is coming out around 2 o'clock this afternoon. That's a longer-term view, and expectations are that this number is still going to paint a pretty bleak picture for the economy. So look for that number. That may turn the market sentiment just a bit here. So that's going to be a key number to look out for. On the corporate front, we have Costco reporting their fiscal Q2 numbers. They did have a 25% increase in net income as well as an 11% increase in net sales. However, on the earnings per share front, they came in at 67 cents. The expectation was at 71 cents. So on that miss, on the EPS front, the stock is trading down in the pre-market session. So with just about 40 minutes or so to go now until the market open, the futures are flat to a modestly higher opening, but that could change as the jobs data weighs in a little bit more. And from the Nasdaq Market Intelligence Desk, this is Anu Sharma with your pre-opening picture.